My name is Ken Derdzinski. I'm a veteran of the United States Air Force, serving from June 1951 to December 1955. And during that period of time, was a senior, second semester, about to graduate from Marquette University. On April the 27th, I was able to attend the presentation of the doctorate degree to General MacArthur at Marquette University. As one, the university had declared that a holiday, and all of us, thousands of students, had the great opportunity to see the man of whom we heard about and read about for many years. The day before his appearance in the Marquette Stadium, receipt of his doctorate degree, I had celebrated my 22nd birthday and had gone through my classification as 4A after being drafted in February, and was to enter military service in June of 1951. So that set the stage for me and many of my friends at Marquette to have the opportunity to see the general, who obviously was one of the heroes of World War II. We knew the general was coming sometime before that date, and the entire city and the state was in a euphoric state, if you will, because the general, who had to leave Corregidor and Bataan and left with those famous words, "I shall return." So not only did he do that to the Philippines in 1955, but here a few years later, he is returning to his home in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Early in the afternoon of April the 27th, everyone there, whether they be of the administration, the faculty, and the students, were in sort of a euphoric state, waiting to see and hear from the man that we had known about since early 1942. The crowd that was in the stands, exceeding well over 20-some thousand people, I'm sure, because it was pretty well packed. And I happened to be in the west stands with my friend. Just below the press box was a PA system that indicated at a time that the general was getting ready to depart the Plankington Hotel and head for the stadium, and the crowd just went into an uproar and applause and cheers. That subsided, and we waited for not too long of a time until the general and his motorcade entered the stadium. People just seemed to go a little bit, if you will, crazy, with cheers and applauses welcoming him as he drove around the track at the stadium at that time, and ended up facing the south entrance where the stage was set up, where the ceremonies were about to take place, which once it got underway was very, very solemn. It was very academic, and just a burst of patriotism from all those in attendance. And then the striking up of the band and the national anthem, and all of us turned, put our hands over our hearts, took off our caps, and with gusto sang the national anthem. Well, one group of people that were in the stadium that day, among the thousands that were there, were, I'm going to say, several thousand veterans of World War II who were attending Marquette, who had served in the Southern Pacific under the command of General MacArthur. And it was for them a great opportunity, one that they really looked forward to and were most enthusiastic To see him was, to say the very least, a very gratifying experience for them. I remembered to this day from that particular ceremony, and the general was one, the absolute dedication to service, and something that I was going to experience and after just a few months, and try and remember some of the things that he accomplished in his dedicated service throughout his entire life, that I might be able to contribute to the years of service that I had ahead of me. And then, of course, the true spirit of being a part of the military, which he was so proud of. And after having joined, I tried to have that same spirit of being proud and carrying on, if you will, some of the legacy of General MacArthur and his leadership abilities as a military man.